Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another Hammer Horror Blu-ray update. So, a while back, you may recall I picked up this set, the Hammer Horror 8-film collection from Universal. Very affordable set. Nice way to get 8 Hammer movies in one fell swoop. Yeah, I don't think I paid very much for it. Everything's bare bones on here, too. But so what this has on it is 8 movies. We have The Brides of Dracula, The Curse of the Werewolf, Night Creatures, The Phantom of the Opera, Paranoiac, The Kiss of the Vampire, Nightmare, and The Evil of Frankenstein. So, yeah, pretty cool collection. But here's the thing. Scream Factory recently made a deal with Universal where they've been releasing a lot of Universal's movies, not the least of which are a lot of the old Universal horror movies from the 30s and 40s, other than the Universal Monsters ones, obviously, because Universal wants to release those themselves, but also the Hammer films that Universal owns. Yeah, and, I just said these are bare bones. Yeah, not the Scream Factory editions. So Scream Factory's been slowly doling out all 8 of these movies in beautiful collector's editions with new artwork on the slipcovers and loads of extras, sometimes some really cool extras too. So they've really been going all out and giving those movies the deluxe treatment. Now that said, I don't know if they're going to be doing all 8 movies or just a selection of them. So far they've put out 4, and there's a 5th one currently on pre-order. Needless to say, I pre-ordered it. So yeah, let's take a look. Scream Factory Hammer Collector's Editions, today on the Multimedia Chronicles. Welcome back. Alright, so first up we have from 1961, The Curse of the Werewolf. Now, it's interesting to see how the Hammer films parallel or don't parallel the Universal Monsters movies. Now, of course, in the Universal Monsters movies, the Wolfman appeared in quite a few of the films. In this case, however, for whatever reason, Hammer only ever did this one werewolf movie, and that's it. That said, it's a pretty good one. But anyway, let's take a look here at the deluxe treatment that Scream Factory gave it. So here we have The Curse of the Werewolf with Oliver Reed. It's beautiful artwork. That is actually a painting. Very, very nice. Lots of extras on here. One of the big deals with this one, and one of the reasons to double dip on it, is because it's actually a new 4K scan from the original negative, which is pretty cool. So it's definitely an improvement over the Universal release. And there's one of the original posters. It's actually pretty cool. I love these old school posters. I think I have a font that's actually very similar to that. I've probably used it in some of my Halloween reviews. Now, did they do any different pictures here? Yeah, a little bit, actually. Actually, no. They removed one picture for some reason. I don't know why. Anyway, that's that. So let me open it up. Just the same as the... Oh, actually, it isn't quite the same. If you look at that, there's only one picture on the back there, but on the slipcover there's 3. That's weird. I've never seen them do such a radical difference in the pictures. So, anyway, otherwise it's the same. So, in this case, you actually would get a little bit more artwork by having the slipcover. That's good to know. Cool stuff. Yeah, so pretty deluxe, as you can see. I mean, not only do we get a brand new 4K transfer, but loads and loads of extras, some really good stuff. That featurette, The Men Who Made Hammer, that's a recurring featurette, each one featuring a different notable person from the Hammer pantheon. So, very good stuff. So this is just the first one. Next up we have The Evil of Frankenstein from, where is it here? From 1964. So I just had to find where the date is. Yeah, so this is of course one of the Frankenstein films. I forget which one this is in the sequence. I think it's one of the earlier ones. It's like the third or fourth one, I think. Yeah, this isn't a review. I don't have to be that accurate. At some point I'm going to review all of the Hammer movies, and then I'll get all my facts straight. Anyway, I can't be bothered to look it up right now. The computer's all the way over there. So anyway, this is one of the Frankenstein movies. There were seven Frankenstein movies total. Funny enough, the only one that hasn't received a Blu-ray release yet in North America is the first one, The Curse of Frankenstein. Yeah, we're still waiting for that one. But we do have the other 6 across various studios. But this is easily one of the most deluxe editions. They did do a really nice collector's edition of Frankenstein Created Woman as well, which you may recall from a previous update. So let's take a look. This is a really cool collector's edition. They found some really nice goodies for this one. Let's take a look. We have the Evil of Frankenstein. Funny thing is, in the purple light here, there actually is a kind of a purple motif to the artwork. Regardless, a little bit, you can see there. But very nice. Now, it doesn't mention it on the back of the case here, but one of the reasons to double dip on this one is it actually has an alternate cut of the film. There's actually a TV cut that was kind of a rarity, and they managed to find a copy of it. I don't know if it's also in high definition or if it's standard def, but just cool to have it included. I love it when they find alternate cuts like that and include them. Does it mention it here? Nope. It's just one of those extras that they save as a surprise for when you're going through the menus, I guess. Scream Factory does that a fair amount. Honestly, I find it a little bit annoying. I wish they would just list everything on the back, especially something like that, which you would think would be a huge selling point. So look at this. They actually have artwork from a different version of the movie poster there. They got this one here, and then this one here. And then if we look at the back, yeah, it looks like the same artwork in this case, and same with the other one, other than having the barcode on it, obviously. So there we go. Evil of Frankenstein. Yeah, so it's kind of strange. It doesn't mention it on the back, so I'll mention it now. One of the things they found for this is the TV cut of The Evil of Frankenstein, which is apparently a very different cut from the uncut theatrical version, which we have here. And it's, to my knowledge, never been released on home video before, so it was quite a find for them to locate that and include it as an extra here. So you get 2 different cuts of the movie. That's already far and away better than the old Universal set. But then all those additional extras. I mean, we got the making of the movie. We got the audio commentary and just all this great stuff. So really cool, really a worthy addition to the collection. Next up, we have from 1962, The Phantom of the Opera, starring Herbert Lom, actually, who you might remember as Inspector Dreyfus from the Peter Sellers Pink Panther movies. I also talked about him in his turn as Van Helsing in the Jess Franco Count Dracula film from 1970, I believe it was, with Christopher Lee. The non-Hammer Dracula film he did during the 70s. But anyway, Phantom of the Opera. So this is Hammer's take on Phantom of the Opera. Universal did a take on it as well. Then there was the old the old one with Lon Chaney, of course. There's been a lot of different adaptations of Phantom of the Opera over the years. This, I believe, was the first one that was in color, so pretty cool. Anyway, let's take a look at what kind of extras and goodies we have on this one. We have the Phantom of the Opera. Yeah, really liking the new artwork on these. They're very, very nice. So this also has an alternate cut, actually. You can see it has the TV version included, which is very cool. So much like Evil of Frankenstein, we get a rare second cut of the movie here. So we have Phantom of the Opera. That's actually a pretty cool poster. Yeah, I actually haven't seen any other version of the Phantom of the Opera besides the silent version. Oh, different color for the text there and everything. That's interesting. And then here we go. So I think this is, yeah, this is all the same as well. Very cool. But I like this sort of flaming chandelier thing. I don't care for the inset there. I think it kind of throws it off a bit, but I like that poster art. Gotta love old school movie posters. So yeah, a couple different commentaries. We've got another edition of The Men Who Made Hammer, and again, an alternate cut. We have the TV cut on this one. This time they actually did mention it on the back. So very, very cool edition indeed. Last, but most certainly not least, the latest one to be released as of the recording of this video, we have Kiss of the Vampire. Yes, which is not part of the Dracula cycle or anything like that. It's basically just a standalone vampire film. This one is from 1962 as well, so same year that Phantom of the Opera came out. So kind of smack dab in the middle of their Dracula cycle, they did this other vampire film. So yeah, nice to have this one. Let's take a look at the extras and the lovely packaging. Kiss of the Vampire. So yeah, it's great that Scream Factory is doing these deluxe editions of all these movies, especially since most of them have only been bare bones all this time. So this one also, we have a new transfer, a 4K scan of the interpositive, which is very cool. So that again is an improvement over the oh, I love this poster. Look at that. That's awesome. So it is an improvement over the old Universal release, definitely. Very cool. Is the artwork the same here? No, actually the artwork's completely different here. Both pictures are different. Look at that. See, that's more like it. Mix it up a bit. Let me open it up. We just got our same as the cover there. And it looks like the same picture here. Although you do get a little bit more of the picture, I notice, on the slipcover version. Slightly bigger version, a little bit more visual area. But, well, I guess because it isn't limited by the Blu-ray bar on the top. So it can go all the way. It can go all the way, man. Just look at that again. Look at that. That is such a cool painting. I love that. Man, that's awesome. So yet another new transfer. We actually have 2 editions of The Men Who Made Hammer on this one, I guess to make up for the fact that there wasn't one on the Evil of Frankenstein. You know, commentaries and the whole kit and caboodle, as they say, the whole shebang. So anyway, really cool to have this one in a collector's edition too, especially since it's not one of the higher profile vampire films. So that leads me to wonder if they will do all 8 of the films that are in that Universal set. So the next one to come out, I'll just throw up a picture of it here real quick, is The Brides of Dracula, which is actually the second in the Dracula cycle. But oddly, it doesn't feature Dracula in it. It just features the Brides of Dracula, and it has a different count in it. I actually really like that one a lot. I recently watched all 9 of the Hammer Dracula films, seeing most of them for the first time, actually. So that was a real treat. Really enjoyed going through all those. One of these days I'll do reviews of all the Hammer stuff. That's one of the reasons I'm collecting them. But I kind of want to wait until all the disparate gaps are filled in the collection. Honestly, we're getting really close. There's not that much left. I mean, the aforementioned Curse of Frankenstein is kind of the one big omission at the moment. So I'm really hoping Scream Factory or somebody puts up, maybe Kino Lorber. Even Warner. I mean, it was originally put out on DVD by Warner. So they put out all the other Hammer stuff they own except for that one. I don't know why. Maybe they don't have the rights to it anymore. That's the only thing I can assume. But here's hoping we get it at some point. Meanwhile, at least we got Brides of Dracula coming out, so then we can have all of the Dracula films individually, all next to each other, put into chronological order. That's how I like to order them, kind of by sub-franchise. I put all the Dracula ones together, put all the Frankenstein ones together, put all the Mummy ones together, etc., and put all one of the Werewolf ones together. Yeah. Anyway, very cool. So what's left here? So after Brides of Dracula, we've got Night Creatures, Paranoiac, and Nightmare, and that's it. So hopefully we'll get collector's editions of those as well. So just to quickly sum up, the 4 gorgeous Hammer collector's editions we got the Curse of the Werewolf, the Evil of Frankenstein, the Phantom of the Opera, and Kiss of the Vampire. Great stuff. And all, of course, with the slipcovers. Yeah, basically, I've just been pre-ordering them as soon as they're announced. I'm not messing around with these Hammer ones. I don't want to miss any of them. So, yeah, good stuff. Alrighty, well, that is it from me to you for now. So thank you very much for watching. Of course, I will put Amazon links to all of these in the description down below. Using my Amazon links does help to support the show. And, you know, trying to help you to get these in your collection, too, if you want them. So a little, well, you help me, I help you, you know. Anyway, thanks again for watching. Big thanks to my Patreon sponsors. Be sure to catch me on Twitch. I stream over there almost every day. And I'll see you next time. Until then, sayonara.